Leaked text messages revealed ongoing racist, xenophobic, sexist, and homophobic messages traded by current and former police officers in Torrance, California. In fact, the messages are so awful that there is now a full-blown investigation into the police department by California's Attorney General. We'll give you details on that in just a second, but you must be wondering, well, how bad were they? What was included in these text messages? Was it innuendo? No, it was pretty brazen. The caption read, okay, so in one picture that was exchanged in these messages, there were several black men who were depicted as being lynched. Okay, so we're already talking about some pretty hideous behavior. And the caption read, "Hanging with the homies." Another photo asked what someone should do if their girlfriend was having an affair with a black man. The answer, according to the caption, was to break a taillight on his car so the police will stop him and shoot him. They're not holding back at all.
You know, cops seem to understand cops, at least.
These text messages with one another, like it is being documented. Okay, so there's evidence of this. It just keeps getting worse. Officers called black men savages and several variations of the N-word. The officers also shared instructions on how to tie a noose and a picture of a stuffed animal being lynched inside Torrance's police headquarters, according to the documents. You know, the word savages reminded me of a pretty epic rant that Cenk went on fairly recently on the show. And I want to reshare that rant with you because it's important to remind people who the real savages are.
When they attack black people after they've been murdered, when they did absolutely nothing wrong, you're pushing us to the limit. And what do I mean by that? You're asking us to talk about history, the history of the South. This is in Georgia. What happened in Georgia? There were savages in Georgia. It was the ancestors of the white right-wingers. They were absolute savages. They murdered people. They lynched people. They raped people. They enslaved people. They took babies from their mothers and sold them as property. You want to talk about savages? Your ancestors were the biggest savages the world has ever seen. So don't you dare call a black man a savage after you murdered him. Don't you dare do that. I'm so sick of African Americans being called violent when the world's worst violence was done to them, not by them, to them, not by them. For God's sake, you want to do racist stereotypes?